Yeah, Vignesh sir, you are on mute, sir. Unmute yourself and start the presentation. You can start the presentation, sir.
Hi, a very good afternoon, everyone. This is Vignesh from Subtronica Technologies. I'd like to thank you for joining the session, today's session, and thanks for your patience. So, without wasting any further time, we'll just quickly jump to today's agenda. Right, we'll be talking on the automation of bill of materials and the BOM management. So, before that, just quick brief about ourselves. We are an implementation partner for Dassault Systems SolidWorks and a technology partner for Siemens Digital Software Industries. And we are also a startup India recognized company. And we have built this add-on called BOM Creator and BOM Planner, which works on the top of your SolidWorks 3D CAD system, Solid Edge, and Autodesk Inventor. So the basic, when we talk about the basics, why do we create bill of materials? So we create bill of materials to understand the number of manufactured parts, hardware, bought out items in a given machine, to enable the purchase team to procure the items required for complete manufacturing, procure the raw material based on the weight or the size, etc. Right? To understand what are the items which are required to be manufactured in-house, outsourced, etc. So bill of material becomes a very important critical component for any manufacturing process, right? So without which it becomes really difficult for any planning or execution process. I believe we today we have only the SolidWorks users in here. So we'll be talking on the subject of SolidWorks today, more on the subject of SolidWorks. So in SolidWorks, we do have some kind of bill of material functionality already available, right? So one is the top level BOM, what we talk about. A top level BOM is basically the details of all the items available in the first level of the machine. Parts only BOM is something which gives you the details of all the SolidWorks part available in a given machine. So it could be a hardware, it could be BOP, it's a mixed information, what you see. And when we talk about an indented BOM, so it's basically the parent-child relationship BOM, right? So in spite of having this basic functionality in SolidWorks, there are certain sort of areas where we face basic challenges in our day-to-day life. One of the major thing is like we spend a lot of time creating uploading BOMs in ERP and SAP systems. Okay, so what we do is basically either the our design engineers we manually type each and every part number with respective details, or what they do is we prepare something in Excel or CSV format and upload it in the SAP or ERP system. So both of these things becomes a tedious and a challenging process, a time-taking job, a manual process. So when I talk about a manual process, so when we do it manually, there are chances we do mistakes. Hello? Yeah?
Sir, it is clear, sir. It is clear. You can continue.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So now what I was saying is like when we prepare BOMs manually, so there are chances we do a mistake. And this mistake is not identified during the design phase, but is identified during the manufacturing or the assembly stage, which becomes actually too late. Right? Next is the segregation of parts. Let's say in a machine, there are manufacturing parts, there are bought out items, there are hardware, lot of stuff in a machine, right? So now when it comes to the real-time production, when we talk about the real-time manufacturing, we have certain sort of information which is required to be segregated and given to the respective department. So the purchase department needs only the details of purchase items or the bought out items. Manufacturing needs only the details of the production items, right? So now we sit down again, we put some filters in our Excel and try to filter them out. Next is like the delivery of projects gets affected because of not so very good planning, right? So when we talk about the project planning, so we do not fabricate or procure things normally, mostly based on the lead time, right? So now every component has its own lead time, manufacturing lead time or the purchase lead time, right? When we fail to plan them accordingly, so the project gets delayed. Tracking of release of drawings. Right? So when I'm releasing the drawings, so now we are releasing drawing from day-to-day basis, but we do not have any track, any record of that. If we are in how many drawings which have been released, what are required to be re-released, etc. Right. So normally we maintain some kind of Excel or register wherein we keep the records. Right. So these information are not traceable. Right. Not very transparent. Costing, another challenge is like when I'm building a machine, I need to have the cost of this complete machine, right? So now for calculating the cost of a machine, I need to consider all the necessary major cost components of a project, which is basically driving the project, right? So it could be the raw material, it could be the engineering cost, it could be the transportation, packing, etc. Right? Cost is the handling of multiple projects at the same point of time, right? So now when I'm executing multiple projects, when I have multiple projects in execution, right? So now with the planning and getting them accurately, managing them accurately becomes with minimum scrap is the biggest challenge what we see. So understanding these things, understanding these problems, we came up with a solution which we are calling as BOM Creator. Okay. So let me take you to the SolidWorks screen now. Let's see something in live. I hope my screen is visible. So as I said, this system works on top of your SolidWorks 3D CAD system, Solid Edge and Autodesk Inventor. So once this product is installed, you can see a button inside SolidWorks window, and you can start accessing the information and you can start accessing the data. So now the first and foremost thing which you see is the ERP BOM or the SAP BOM. So this is nothing but we basically give an output, or we create a report which basically can be readily uploaded to your SAP or the ERP system. So how do we do that? We basically understand the database of your ERP system or the SAP system. We try to build the channel between both the databases, and we try to push all the information, the required fields, whatever needs to be taken to the SAP system. So it could be the part number, it could be the description, it could be the material, whatever. So whatever information is required to be sent, we do a customization, we understand your database and link it, right? So if you want the report to be created in Excel format, so that can also be done, Excel or CSV or PDF, whatever format you need. So that can also be done, right? You can just put it and you can create an BOM in the Excel format as well, a detailed BOM, what I would say. Right? So you can do a bulk upload of your all your BOM, or you can do a part by part upload as well. So both ways it can be done. Right? So this is a sample thing, right? So this format is customized based on the different industry requirement, but different ERP systems requirement, different industries requirement, etc.
Your video isn't very good on access your camera. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It was clear, sir.
Okay, great. So next, when we talk about the design BOM is complete detailed BOM, right? So detailed, when I say detailed BOM, it's complete pictorial representation of your everything. So covering up the complete BOM. So basically complete project BOM. So when I say, so right, so it covers up your main assembly, the top level details, right? So a production BOM, a manufacturing what we say, right? So it gives you the complete glimpse, and it also gives you the information of the finished weight summary of your material, right? So this plain carbon steel. So this is a consolidated weight. So this is complete added, right? So what the total plain carbon steel weight in this machine is 670 kgs. Castella is 627 kgs. So this is a consolidated weight for the planning activity. So let's say if I want to plan, if I want to procure, if I want to plan the material for this machine, so I can plan it based on the weight if required, right? Again, these reports, as I said, can be created in Excel, and you get the complete detailed report as well. Open it. So right, now you get the complete detailed BOM, as I said, right? So you can have put some images on the BOM, so as to make it more clear, the BOM more clear, the items more clear, so that it gives a greater flexibility and visualization of a product what we are trying to manufacture, right? So everything can be added. So and at the end, this is the weight summary what we are giving for the planning activity. Let me go back. So next, there's something called, let's say I want to identify the manufacturing parts, the consolidated list. Like I want to give the details of manufacturing parts to the production team. So I can get a consolidated report, right? So of the total, all the manufacturing parts. So there's no hardware, no BOP. So it's only the details of all the manufacturing parts. So items which are repeated, it adds them and gives you the total quantity of all the information. Again, this enhances your planning activity, right? So let's say I want to plan it for I want to get the details of hardware, so I can get the details of hardware as well. So a consolidated report in a given machine, in any given machine, right? So that eases out our complete process. Next, there is something called the priority list. So now, so here what we are giving you provision is like we want you to plan it based on the lead time, right? So now, as I said, so there could be different lead time for different parts, different hardwares, etc. So for any given part, uh, let's say it has a higher lead time. Let's say if I release drawing today, it could be manufactured. It will take, let's say, 5 weeks of time to get manufactured, right? So there is a component which may take, let's say, 2 days to get manufactured from the date of drawing release, right? So we can plan it. We can categorize them. We are putting them categorizing in high, medium, and low. So high, medium, high category list are the list of the items which will take larger time to get manufactured. So the higher time to get manufactured. So these needs to be considered first, right? Medium list is something which we create for generating the items with average manufacturing lead time, and low is the with the low lead time. So you can create these lists based on any of the component types, and you can generate it as the based on high, medium, and low, right? So this way it eases out your planning process, it eases out the execution process, and when you plan things based on the lead time, you do not end up, you will rarely get your project delayed. Next, talking about the tracking of drawings, right? So now we can track the drawings based on the department wise, the person whom we have released, what is the count, which date we have released. So this gives you full transparency. So you need not re-release same drawing again and again, right? So this keeps a complete track of the complete information. So you can have it department wise, right? So we have done it for production, purchase, and quality. If you need any other further department, you can ask, let us know. We can customize it for you. Next, let's talk about the costing. So when I talk about the costing, so now costing is something basically wherein we have categorized into different fields: fabrication, consumable, hardware, engineering, packing, and transportation. So when I talk about the fabrication, so what we can do is basically we can put in the some per kg cost, right, to the raw material based on our day-to-day cost. So now right now I'm putting some random cost. So this may not be actual price as per the market right now, but I'm just putting some random price. So you can categorize them. You can basically put the raw material cost per kg cost to the items, and you can create the costing for this complete process. And this way, we are just trying to make sure that we are covering all the major cost components, and we are trying to add the cost considering all the necessary information. So in case if you feel there is any important parameter which is not available in this, so that can be customized for you. That's it. So I'll go to the consumable items. So right now I don't have any consumable item. The consumable items could be like my lubrication oil, paint, anything which is not in part of my 3D system, but one wants to be part of my costing. So I can consider that there. Next, hardware or bought out. So now per piece cost. So there are hardwares, right? So let me put some again random prices here. Right. Engineering. Let's say there's a design engineering. It is required. Let's say it's a 200 hours job, and my per hour cost is, let's say, 500 rupees. Let's say. Next is my packing. So let's say I need to do a roadworthy packing. Let's say my box size is 100 feet by 100 feet by 100 feet, and I need two number of these boxes, and my cost per cubic feet is, let's say, 30 rupees. Last is transportation. I need a 40 feet truck, one vehicle, and the cost of vehicle, let's say 2 lakhs per vehicle. Right. So when we open and see this, we get all the parameters which we have done, right? All the information, the raw material cost, consumable, we didn't consider anything, hardware bought out, right? So that's the hardware bought out cost, that's the engineering cost, that's the packing cost, that's the transportation cost, that's the total project cost. So you get the complete project costing out there. Back. Last is the comparison of machines. So the comparison is nothing but, let's say we have multiple projects in execution, right? So now a lot of instances, what happens is we have got a lot of parts in common in 2 different machines or 5 different machines which are being executed parallelly. So with BOM Creator, we give you a provision wherein you can compare machines and you can identify the common and the unique parts. So this help you compare them and you can identify the common parts and you can plan them together. So how would that help you? When you plan them together, you release the same drawings only once, and secondly, whatever information you are getting, you basically you'll be planning them together. So the raw material scrap which will be controlled therein. So there will be a lot of control on your raw material scrap, right? So when you compare, so it gives me the total quantity and the respective quantity in the respective machine. Similarly, I want to plan my hardware, so I can just quickly click and get the total quantity which just need to be ordered, so I can get the details out there. So yeah. So any questions, anything, you can go ahead and ask. Any questions, you can please unmute your mic and you can go ahead and ask your questions. Or you can put a message in the chat box so we can see it and answer it for you.
So you can unmute yourself and raise your voice and you can ask the question if there are any queries for you, or else just drop a message in the chat box.
So I have 2 doubts. One is in the design BOM, you have shown the pictures of the parts in the BOM. So will that be auto-generated, or are those to be done manually?
No, sir. Those are auto-generated with the BOM, so you need not do anything manually. Yeah.
So those are the snips of the isometric views of the parts directly auto-populated by the tool itself, right?
Correct, sir.
Thank you. And my second question, you are using the tool in 2020 version of SolidWorks. So what is the least version you can use on? Is there any limitation for that?
No, sir. There's no limitation on the version. Let's say, so what version of SolidWorks are you using?
So 2016.
2016. Yes, we can give you that on that version as well, compatible with that version as well.
So yeah, thank you. Those were my questions. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The question from Mr. Viraj, is this possible in Solid Edge? Yes, this is possible with Solid Edge as well. Absolutely possible. So let me show you in Solid Edge. Give me a second, I'll show you with Solid Edge as well. 1 second.
Sir, is this SolidWorks Premium is sufficient for this BOM, sir?
Sir, it is compatible with all the modules of SolidWorks. It could be standard, professional, or premium. any of the module, it is compatible.
Okay, sir. Then there is no extra payment for this one to get it.
No. This is no. So this is a separate tool altogether.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So this is not included in SolidWorks license. Sorry, I understood your questions wrongly. So this is not available with. This is not a SolidWorks developed product. This is a product developed by our own team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is an add-on. So you have to get an extra license for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Vignesh. Are you audible? Hello, Vignesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm asking that means is it again that we have to take another license? You are saying, is it right?
It's not another kind of license, sir, but it's just an add-on to SolidWorks, sir.
It's a add-on, but you're saying that some other person asked now. Again, we have to take that add-on license. You are saying what type
Yes,
of
sir.
that provision you are explaining here?
Sorry, sir.
What type of provision of that add-on means which type of we have to take that add-on?
It will be interconnected with SolidWorks, sir. It's not a separate application kind of thing, but just it will be interconnected with SolidWorks, sir.
Okay, how we will get means how we can use?
Sir, you have to purchase this license.
So you're asking that again the SolidWorks license.
No, not the SolidWorks license. You have to purchase a BOM Creator license.
So we have to update a particular thing you are supposed to say.
No, you're not supposed to update, sir. Basically, whatever SolidWorks version you're using or Solid Edge or Autodesk Inventor you're using, so this will work on top of that. So this is a separate exe which is required to be installed on your system, right? And this is a separate software which you require to purchase.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is not included with SolidWorks package. This is altogether a different software which is required to be purchased by your organization for using this tool.
Actually, the license key for SolidWorks and this BOM Creator will be different, sir.
It is not a SolidWorks product. This is not a SolidWorks product. This is a product developed by our own team, Surfronica Technologies. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you said that it's an integration of part of from the SolidWorks only. So that's why I'm
No,
asking.
this is not integration. No, I said add-on. I said top up to your SolidWorks system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
అదే లింక్ నేను పంపించింది క్లిక్ చేయి వస్తుంది ఓపెన్
The Solid Edge query, yes. So this you can see the BOM Creator is available inside Solid Edge as well, right? I hope that answers your query, and you can create BOMs from here as well. So let's go back now. There's no further queries. Okay. So BOM during the engineering phase itself, right? So so now the production team or any other team need not wait for the complete release of drawings for releasing the bill of material. As soon as your 3D is complete, you can start releasing these BOMs. Right? So all these detail BOM can be directly integrated during the design phase itself, right? You can create some reports based on the lead time as well. You can generate reports. You can keep a track of release of your drawings. You can identify the items which are required to be manufactured in-house or outsourced. Costing can be done. With comparison, you can identify and you can reduce the raw material scrap. So you can prepare error-free BOM to SAP ERP system. You can expedite your manufacturing process. You can track your drawings. You can calculate your project cost more easily now. right? You can manage your multiple projects efficiently. So as I said, this is an add-on which works on top of SolidWorks, Solid Edge, and Autodesk Inventor. So I repeat, this license for BOM Creator need to be purchased
So,
separately for using the functionality of BOM Creator. All the reports are created in Excel, right? And all the fields can be customized as per the industry requirements. So that's the product metrics. Concrete, ultralight, light, advanced, and premium. Ultralight is the basic version, which covers up your raw material details, segregated reports, and the lead time items list report. Light gives you the provision for ERP or SAP integration. Advanced gives you help you for the tracking of drawings, project costing, and premium gives you provision for the comparison and project management.
shrinkage allowance and the material control.
So this is a standalone application and required to be renewed every year.
Mode fixes.
So you need a fully working Excel, and it must be installed only on those machines that have SolidWorks, Solid Edge, or Autodesk Inventor.
Shrinkage allowance mode, rapid cooling.
For few of our customers.
Point of a type just to
Right. These are the few of the customers who are using this product from more than now 2 years now, I would say, who have been using this product and have been taking advantage of a solution. So for any further clarification questions, you can get in touch with Logical Solution team, or you can ask me right now any questions if you have. So I could see yes, sir, Manoj sir, you want to ask something? Please go ahead. The cost, the commercial part, the logical team will get in touch with you with the cost part. Viras sir, I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you again with the Solid Edge as well. I'll show you complete process in the Solid Edge as well. Yeah. I mean, Manoj sir, you have asked a question like, I mean, what software, but different versions, 2015 and 22. So you have two versions installed on two different machines. Is it an? It is an add-on tool which is developed by our team, and it is not a SolidWorks product. It is not a Dassault system product. It's a SolidWorks. It's a Subtronica product. Manoj sir, yes, you have two different systems. Okay, so we can give you a license with two different versions, 15 as well as 2020. We can give you both versions. No, you don't need any further configuration, system configuration. It will work on same system as of your SolidWorks. So you need not extend your capacity of your system and all. So it will work on the same system as with the SolidWorks. You need not change the configuration of your system. You don't need any additional configuration for the systems. Manoj sir, I hope I have answered your question. Okay, thanks. So cost will be, as I said, the logical team will answer you on the cost part. The commercial thing, they will answer you. Yes. I'll show you with Solid Edge. Okay. So basically, like as I said, as you have it a button inside SolidWorks, you can have it inside the Solid Edge as well. Okay, and you can do all the information, all the things as you were doing, right? I'll show you with solid edge as well, right? Create some. We can create reports and everything as we have been doing on the solid edge as well. Okay. We can have the complete BOM, detailed BOM, everything with solid edge. So these reports are being created from solid edge, right? The same way as we did it for SolidWorks, it can be done for the same with the solid edge as well. Okay. You can do the costing, everything, the project costing, everything, whatever we saw right now. Everything can be seen with the same subject, right? So let's say if you want to see the issue list, issue to production, everything can be seen the same way. Same thing can be done with solid edge, SolidWorks, or Autodesk Inventor, right? You want to do the comparison, same way you can do the comparison as well, right? So we can do the comparison as we saw it in SolidWorks. So they can be done on solid edge as well. I hope that clarifies. Yes, ma'am. We can share you the PPT. The logical team will reply on the email, and you can share the PPT. If I modify the design, can BOM change automatically? No, sir. No, actually, the BOM doesn't change automatically. You will require to regenerate the BOM. When the modification is done, right? If you want, we can keep a revision management. We can manage the BOM. We can do the BOM management for you, wherein we can control the revisions of your BOM as well. Right. So let's say if I generate a BOM today and there has been some modification later stage. So when I regenerate it or we resave it, so we can keep both the versions of your BOM, with highlighting the changes in the modifications in the second version. That can be done. Viras sir, I hope your solid edge query is solved, I guess. Thank you. Thank you. So if there are no more questions, we can close the session. And if any further questions, queries, yeah. Oh, there's one more question here. Give me a second. Okay, the system is giving only weight and price. Sorry. Price of the actual part which is created in SolidWorks. How do we track the raw material and labor cost of the item? Can we track those costs as well? Sir, what here we will require to do is basically we will require to do some basic customization for you, wherein we can add the details of we can add the details of the labor cost. We can create a template for you wherein we can put in those informations as well. As I said, the parameters which we have tried to cover the maximum parameters. Let's say if there is anything missing with respect to your organization, we can do a customization. Wherein they can give you a template wherein we can put all the cost parameters for your organization, applicable for your organization. The raw material thing or the labor cost or the engineering cost separately, we can put all those things. We can manage them separately and we can create a costing accordingly. Yes, we can share the recording to you, sir. We will definitely share the recording after this complete session. We'll share to all the people who have attended the session. We'll be sending the recording of this complete session. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Manoj, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Bhaskar, sir. So, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. So, yeah. So I would like to thank everyone again for joining this
Thank you
session.
very much, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
one session with the complete team, they can please let us know. They can please let us know. And yes, definitely, sir, we'll be sending recording to all the participants. Yes, PPT as well. If require, if specifically anyone needs a PPT, we'll send the PPTs as well. And yeah, so if anyone needs this one-to-one session to be done with their respective organization, we will definitely, we can definitely do that again for you. And rest, you can get in touch with the logical team, or you can get in touch with us for any further queries and clarification. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sure, sir. We'll send the PPT. If there are any queries, if there are any queries, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions, or you can simply drop a message in the chat box, sir.